Alright, this is a reading for Aries. Spiritual path. Aries, what is your spiritual path? Alright, this applies to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Also, if you have a stellium in Aries. Also, if your North Node is to do with Aries. Aries is a phase, part of a phase of the cycle that all the planets and everything goes through. So, if you would like some advice on how to read astrology a bit better and what Aries and what placements, where Aries kind of fits in your natal chart, please leave a comment section below. If there is enough demand, I will make a video of it. Alright, so the spiritual path, Aries. Yeah, okay, you need to decide what you want. Now you're probably thinking, duh. Obviously, if I knew that, I wouldn't be here. But I can tell you, you need to decide what you want based on how you feel about it. So you're gonna need to start really digging into your own feelings. Surprise, surprise, a spiritual advice is to go inwards, I know. But nonetheless, the response to this is going to be, well, I won't say insanity, but maybe something approaching that. I will say, nothing will drive you insane more than the fear of going insane. It's very hard to be spiritual without trusting your own thoughts on such a matter, even if other people might consider them crazy. You gotta think about what you're passionate about. You're passionate for something. And when I say passionate, I mean you find yourself doing it automatically. Your spiritual path will be exactly the way you want it. To a degree. Well, exactly the way the best part of you wants it, if that makes sense. Right now, everything is at a standstill because you're not, as I've said, acting on your emotions. And it looks like things are not going too well for you financially. But I wouldn't worry about that at the moment. The next step in your journey is going to be learning how to grow independently. If you're someone who is used to always being around people, might be a bit of a struggle, but I don't expect it would be too much. You need to achieve financial independence so that you can start growing what you need to. With that, yeah, it's like you have clarity, or at least you have the right inspiration. But it's causing turmoil inside you. I'm seeing this turmoil as being very intellectual. Yeah, your feelings are good. Yeah, it's a belief system. It's not anxiety or anything. But which means you probably get the impression that you know what I'm talking about. I expect you do, or else I would be seeing it. So yeah, this is probably a bit more of a reassurance for you. I'm not actually seeing that you need to act on your emotions. I'm seeing that you're not. It's something like your emotions are turbulent because you're thinking the wrong thing, or you are allowing yourself to think the wrong thing, if that makes sense. A spiritual path will involve a lot of deprogramming. There are many ways to deprogram yourself, both mentally, spiritually, and physically. If you'd like to know more about that, leave a comment or send me an email. It's advice that I wouldn't necessarily give out publicly, but there are a few ways to achieve it. That is deprogramming yourself. Because that's the main thing I see holding you back. Like, you know what's right, but you don't trust in that. I'm seeing you don't like your life, at least the physical component, which is probably you don't like work. You don't like what you have to spend your time on. You might be feeling something like you don't feel like you're getting enough value for what you do, or at the very least, yeah, it's not emotionally fulfilling. You do feel it is valued. I take that back. It's like you know what you're getting, and you just, the deal is becoming more sour. Like, you go to work and you're like, oh, this is everything I expected, nothing I want. Yeah, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part right now. Is just that disconnection. I'm not sure how close to your spiritual awakening. Obviously, it's already happened for you to be here. But yeah, it's pretty common to reject material life, or at least to gain a somewhat distaste for it. What's powering the situation is your passions. It's the first time I'm seeing fire. Yeah. What you're passionate about. So your emotions are just yeah, to sum up, your finances are not the best, but they need to be that way so you can become financially independent. Your thoughts are pointing you in the right direction, but you just have a lot of baggage. If you know alchemy of thoughts, they would be represented by air. And right now you have a lot of turbulence. You have a lot of obstruction, which is frustrating your thoughts. Cause them to go in circles, which is not allowing the energy to flow very well. So you need to go internally to work that out. Yeah, it's like your situation right now is confusing emotions, even contradictory, or say ambivalent, where you feel multiple at the same time that can be contradictory. But this is due to your mind having too much baggage. So go internally, figure that out. There's a transformation here. Your world won't change until you change. And after you change, you should have an easier time acting on your emotions. Yeah. Something really harsh. Yeah. All of this, these belief systems you developed are a defense mechanism for against heartbreak. You couldn't get what you wanted, or at least you feel like you couldn't get what you wanted, and you feel like you couldn't, or you're not happy with what you have. This heartbreak. You're not happy with what you had, and for some reason you couldn't be who you wanted to be, so you didn't get it. But that's okay. The trick to clearing up your thoughts is to essentially meditate on the notion that the only truth in the world is what you experience. Everything other people have told you, no matter who said it or how convincingly they said it, is merely a suggestion of how to interpret your experience. So, it should be a little bit easier to interface with reality once you know that what you experience is true, and how other people tell you that you should be saying it, well, that's them. Best of luck, and I'll see you soon.